to the point where in some cases you have to have a PhD in procurement physics to know what it means to get a contract from Washington. And people have been talking about this for 10, 15, 20 years, and I don't want to pretend that fixing it overnight will happen, because these are legal frameworks that have been built for many, many years. So the President took a slightly different approach to this problem. He acknowledged that the traditional procurement issue needed a review, and he signed a very strong team to take a look at it. But, and I'm pleased to report, in December, Congress made good on the President's act by passing the American Peace Act with a provision that allows every federal agency the ability to use prizes, challenges, and competitions to complement traditional procurement so they can bring new ideas to address the issues that the government itself can use. Just to give you some perspective, we spend $80 billion a year on IT alone. Our colleague, Chief Information Officer, has already identified $20 billion worth of that spend that can migrate to the cloud, and then initiated a cloud-first policy to encourage that movement. But this prizes, challenges, and competition program has opened up smaller dollar, into the millions, if you will, for people paying for results. So in traditional government fashion, you write a requirements document, you tell us you can do something, the person with the best answers to how they're going to do something wins the contract, and then they're moving forward. In our prizes, challenges, and competition policy, we're paying for results. So you've actually built the best acts that can deliver Y as the benefit. The winner of that competition wins the award regardless of who they are. And we've seen this in micro levels for micro entrepreneurs. I'll just share a personal story. We launched in NASA an innovation pavilion to tap into this mojo. NASA had this nagging problem. They didn't know how to forecast solar activity because solar activity can dramatically harm a mission, and especially so if you have human spaceflight. So they had traditional vendors who respond to that in a traditional way, but they decided to try this model. A semi-retired radio frequency engineer in rural New Hampshire identified a new model for how they would predict based on an algorithm that he conceived, and was one of like 450 people who just sort of threw their ideas out there on the wall. Without any procurement, investigation, hiring lobbyists, just put it out there, and he won the prize and actually awarded him a $30,000 grant for his idea, and is now working to put that idea and take it forward. So these are small examples. You'll see on challenge.gov more and more of these opportunities. Well over 60 of them are posted today, ranging in millions of dollars in prize money to the modest in the adoption of the World Cup. I think we should probably turn it over to further questions, and moderator, people are coming to the floor.
We'll have people start coming to the mic, and we'll read from the speech first.
Yeah. All right, well, Startup Boulevard, nice shirt, I like it.
Thank you. Well, we're launching today. Call it and
you're launching today? Take a second, tell us your story, man. What's up?
Well, the story is that I'm new to the country. I'm from Minnesota, so I came here in 2001. Went to Boston College, which is a great school for entrepreneurship, and has been in startup ever since. One of the things that we found that's most difficult when you start a company is two things: finding customers and finding good people. And what we're going to do is leverage technology to connect those emerging enterprises with larger organizations that can actually help the little one grow faster.
Yeah, you got a big physical idea in this side. You got that?
I wrote it down.
You got it? You got to talk about that. What's your question?
So the question, and I think more of a recommendation, when Startup America launched, and it was a big fan, Professor Steve Lang, who's sitting downstairs, wrote a blog post saying that it was dead on arrival. And obviously it's a teaser for good argumentation, but I think it's a critical point that you, in this initiative, collaborate or join forces with the Lean Startup movement and all the other similar movements to add that different, that scientific approach to business creation in this equation. Because I think the only way to really have an engine of innovation will be to combine those efforts and come up with a formula that's well shared and received. And that's why we're building, what we're building, because we want to equalize access to the opportunity for everybody. Not people in Silicon Valley, also New York, or when expanded, going rural, New Hampshire, and Minnesota, and Florida, et cetera. So,
Any time we have a person respond to that, Sean?
What I would suggest is, why don't we not respond and let more people get through and get more ideas flowing?
And I just want to throw one thing in the tweet that, we're really